Okay, the last story is from the Reddit subreddit 2X chromosomes. I guess it's a Reddit for women. But yeah, so this was by Reddit user Two Door Cinema Club. Oh, is that the actual band? No. Okay, my old situationship just got married after months of insisting that he wasn't ready for a relationship with me. Don't really know why I'm posting this. I suppose I just want to get it off my chest since I don't have anyone in my life I'm comfortable talking about this with. I was already pretty messed up from the start. I was 20 and he was 27. When we first started seeing each other during the beginning of the pandemic. After a few times hooking up, I gathered the courage to admit that I had caught feelings. He relayed that he'd gotten out of a long-term relationship before meeting me and didn't want anything serious. Being a naive 20-year-old who thought she was more mature than she actually was, I went along with it. At least he was affectionate with me and took genuine interest in what I had to say. I broke it off after about a year and he kept trying to hit me up throughout the year that followed. A month ago, I found out he was now married. Whirlwind of emotions since then. Reading all of this, what's that? Thanks for listening. I'm 23 now, pretty lonely, but I like to think I wouldn't change a thing for what it's worth. So, I added this story because when it comes to situationships, I think when someone says that they're not ready for a relationship, the cold hard truth is sometimes that means they're not ready for a relationship with you.
But then she's 20th.
Yeah, so she's 20, he was 27. He just got out of a long-term relationship, and it was during the pandemic. It's very possible that he's just looking to have some fun, right?
Yeah, but I think the stage of life for these two person, I don't know, like if she's 30th and if he's 37, I can see them like married, like getting married.
I mean, some people get married in their 20s.
20th and 27, it's...
But I think she was actually looking to become more serious with him.
Of course. I mean...
I think he's the one that didn't want to settle down with her.
Yeah.
And I think he was just like, you're young and you're fun and we're enjoying our time together. And then I think when she was like, wanted something more serious, he wasn't ready for that. And then so she left.
Yeah.
And then he met someone else. I don't know. It doesn't say what the other person's age was, but he met someone and then settled down with that person. So
it's just not like a thing for him.
I mean, to be honest, from my personal experience, there was a long time in my life where I never thought I'd get married. And I was clear with people. I think I was. With people, and it matters who you're saying it to. I think, I think sometimes, and it's not always them too. It's also me personally. Before, I just personally wasn't in a place to get married, so I had my own issues about. I didn't think marriage, the risk of getting married and the heartache that comes with divorce and families falling apart is not something I wanted to be involved with and perpetuate that cycle in my life. So I've always kind of been like, marriage is not good, and
it's not good.
It's not good. And then I think it's also a combination of our relationship together and how good we are together and how much I enjoy your companionship and I want us to grow old together. And then number two, it's also could be where I am in my life and I'm ready to settle down, stuff like that. So I think that people that are in situationships, I think they also have to understand the person they're with might just not be ready to make that step. And that doesn't make them a bad guy as long as they're honest about it. And then, that's life. Not all relationships are meant to last forever. And that's not a bad thing, Sometimes...
I think it's just not the right timing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how compatible they were before, but timing, it's quite significant, factor that maybe in that point of life when he was 27, marriage didn't come across in his mind, but like 3 years later, age, career wise, and like friends and family, it's everything, it's all in it places. So you start to reflect and start to realize that this is what you want, or it's been there, so maybe it's not her, maybe it's not her that he wants to marry, or maybe she came in the not the right time. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
So all those people worried about finding the one, it's not even that easy. You have to find the right person at the right time.
That's true.
Not just your time, but also right time for them too. So yeah, well, sucks for you guys. I'm just kidding. No, but it is tough. It is tough. And and even when you do find the right person at the right time, at the right their time and the right your time, it still takes work, so
after we post few episodes of in the podcast, I have friends who would came forward and ask me like, are you sure that that there was nothing between you guys when you were friends? And I'm like, there's nothing, like I promise there's nothing between us. And I think it's also our timing is never right. I think like either one of us are in a relationship, it's always like that, so it's never a time for us. And then when it was time, it was when both of us are by ourselves, and like in a good space.
Yeah.
So that's but then when it happened, it was our time,
right?
I guess.
I think there was a love between us, but it was platonic. We cared about each other deeply, and I think you are the first person that I've dated where I was really like friends with first, like really just friends first. And I learned about you and all your quirks and stuff like that, and we've matured. Like, you're not the same person that I met, when we first met, and we've grown together. And I think that has made a really strong foundation for us, because so I wouldn't say that there was nothing between us. I mean, we cared about each other, and
no, nothing between us has me like nothing
right.
romantic happened between us. It's just purely friendship.
Yeah. And I there's like different kinds of love, know, and so I would say, so those people in situationships.
Or if you have feelings for me, I don't know.
No, you. Yuck. So when situationships, just know that like it's also about timing, and the right person at the right time. So all of you people in situationships. Are you getting nervous? Like, no, but it is getting hot in here. So all you people in situationships, it doesn't have to be so serious, but I think you guys need to have conversations. About what do you guys really want, And I think the only time when there are villains in relationships is when someone cheats or someone's being misleading, stuff like that. So a lot of times when people break up, I tell people that, they're not bad people. If someone dumps you, and says like, I don't think it's working out anymore, it's freeing you up to be with someone that might be better for you. So it's not just because a relationship doesn't work out doesn't mean there was a bad guy and a good guy. I think it's a very like very childish way to look at relationships. So sometimes situationships is just you're trying out the dish and you want to know if you like it or not. And some people take a longer time to decide. And so just give yourself time, but also know that like if you have to communicate what your needs are. And if you really want to settle down and you're like, I'm looking for the one. And if the person is like, well, I'm just taking my time, I think you guys need to be clear about that. And because then, if you are giving someone a promise ring just to appease someone that's looking for something serious, when deep down you know you're never going to marry them, then that makes you a bad guy.
This is not promise ring.
That's not a promise ring. That was from a cracker box. Okay, so that's it. Situationships. I just recently updated our Spotify, so on our Spotify we'll have questions on there. You can give feedback about the episode, all the way back to our first episode, and feel free to leave comments on our YouTube and our Instagram. Comments will help us grow, and subscriptions and likes and stuff like that. So thank you for stopping by. You look lovely. Bye. You look lovely today.
You look lovely today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Namaste.
Bye.